All right, so this is gonna be a full body warm up, and we're gonna start with a runner's lunge with T rotations. That foot, make sure the foot in front is aligned with that hand. The back leg is nice and straight, and keep your back leg completely straight, including the quad and the glutes. From here, bend your left elbow and reach for the floor and rotate that arm up towards the ceiling. And repeat. Every time you're trying to get that elbow a little bit lower and closer to the floor and rotating. Making sure I'm keeping those glutes nice and tight. Switch, same thing, big step. Make sure it's parallel to your hands. Left glute tight now. Now right elbow down towards the floor and rotate all the way up. And up. Opening up your chest as much as you can and reaching up towards the ceiling as much as you can. This will help you with your hip flexors, hamstrings, opening up your hips, mobilizing your T-spine. From there, we're gonna go into walkouts. Standing nice and straight, shoulder width apart, your feet. From here, let's reach down, bend your knees a little bit, just reach down and walk out. Walk out all the way into a plank. Make sure you do not let your hips drop too much. From here, push back using your hands. And stand up. Repeat. Nice and slow, focusing on engaging every muscle. When you stand up, contract your quads, squeeze your butt, squeeze your core, repeat. We're going to repeat the same thing when you are in a full plank. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your butt, squeeze your core. Feel all that working and then push back. From here, we're gonna go into downward dog to cobra. So let's start into a plank on your hands. Good. From here, push your hips up into the ceiling to go into a downward dog. Feel your hamstrings stretching here. Push your heels down to the floor. If you can't reach, that's totally okay. If you cannot reach those heels down into the floor, bend the knees a little bit more, and then push your chest down towards your knees. Good. Now from here, let's go into cobra. If you need to move your hands forward, go into cobra. As you go into cobra, squeeze your glutes, bring your shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades in the back. Good. Look down first. Suck your stomach in and let that drive your hips up towards the ceiling into the downward cobra again. Downward dog. Same thing here, bend your knees a little bit. Now try to get into that cobra from there. Squeeze your glutes as you get to the lower part. Shoulder blades back, perfect. Look down first. Suck your belly button back into your spine and let that drive your hips up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, continue. And let's go down, suck your stomach in and drive back. Perfect. The next one is gonna be bird dog. Since we are on a wooden floor, we can use the mat, the foam there. For your knees, feel a lot more comfortable. If you are at a gym, you can use a mat. Some gyms have turfs, so you should be okay there. This will help you activate your glutes, shoulders, core, and your back. Make sure you lift your leg. Your leg is straight. Your toe is flexed as you kick back. Think about pushing that back wall with your heel, allowing that glute to contract as much as you can. Kick back and contract. Good. Same. Keep going. You want that arm to be aligned with your ears at the top without arching the back. Go there. Now arch your back there. This is not what we want. We want a core nice and tight. Make sure your back is straight and switch to the other side. Take your time with these. The main goal here is to warm up. So make sure you're focusing on squeezing every muscle. Think about starting from your foot, where you're flexing the foot. Think about your quads. As you straighten the legs, squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, your back. At the top, you're thinking about that shoulder being aligned with your ear. Feel that shoulder working as you raise it up. Also, as you bring that arm up, think about reaching forward. So with your hands, you're reaching forward. With your legs, you're reaching back, elongating your whole body. The next one's gonna be a plank. We're gonna use the foam again. We're gonna go on our elbows. From here, from the plank, we're gonna start by squeezing your glutes as hard as you can. From there, I want you to create a hump on your upper back. You're gonna grab onto the floor with your hands and try to pull your elbows back towards your toes. This is an advanced plank. If you are not there yet, start by just squeezing your glutes and maintaining your back completely straight. So let's go back there, get into the plank. So then just squeeze your glutes and forget about everything else. Once you become a little bit more used to this movement, think about creating the hump on their upper back. There you go. And then the last step is to pull your hands down towards your toes. This will completely engage your entire core. And relax. The last one is gonna be a dynamic beast. So stay on your knees there. You can move the foam away. You're not gonna need it. So from here, make sure your back is completely straight, tabletop. Think about your knees being right under your hips, your hands right under your shoulders. In order to engage the lats, we're gonna corkscrew your elbows. So point those elbows to the back, allowing those lats to engage. From here, let's lift the knees 1 inch off the ground. Hold this position. If this is where you are, hold this position for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. If you feel comfortable in here, let's reach back, sit back into your heels. Think of this as a child pose without letting your knees touch the floor. And then come back to that original position and repeat. All the way down as low as you can get, and then come back forward and repeat. You can start adding a little bit more momentum into this where you slow down on the way back, really slow, and then fire up forward. Good, and repeat, slow the way back, fast on the way forward. Good. Perfect.